Good morning, everyone, and thanks for joining us to listen to the Business Basics Grant program and doing the actual application. So it's application day. So it is open from today up until the 30th of June, but we believe from experience on previous grants that the allocation will be exhausted well before the expiry date happens. So the first thing you need to do is log into your Smarty Grants account. If you don't have one, you can log through this link here, which is on the main page of the grant. And if you have one, you can also click onto that link and it will bring you to this page. If you're already a member, it'll have a login button for you. So fill out those details to register if not, and if you already have details, log in. This is a screen that you will get once you are logged into the system. So we're doing the Business Basics Grant round 1. Here it is it will have start a new submission or continue your submission if you've already been in there to start one. It will give you a submission number, so best to write that down. As it says, it will log you out automatically after 20 minutes if you don't save your work. So keep an eye on it, and after each page you should hit save on it. If you've already got everything prepared as per our session that we ran the other day, I don't believe it will take you the 20 minutes to complete. So first off, we run through the eligibility. As previously discussed in our previous session and also in the checklist, you can access the guidelines and the terms and conditions either within the application now or through the links that we've provided previously. Any questions you do have are best to go through to the hotline or email them on the email address here. So firstly, you just need to confirm that you've read the guidelines and terms and conditions. So yes, then the eligibility criteria. So just confirming that you meet all 4 of these criterias. Click yes. And also confirming that the owners and directors are not insolvent or discharged. So yes. Then once you get down to the section, here is the stat dec certifying that you are earning $300,000 or less and that you meet the criteria above. If you haven't already had this signed, you can click on the link and download it and get a JP or a ComDec to sign that for you. Otherwise, we click on Choose Files, go into where we've had them saved, and then simply click Open. It will upload, and then we click on to the next page. So this is where we then go down and add the business name, so Digital Surfer. You add your ABN number, and click on Look Up. It will then bring you your details here. Confirm that that's the right company that you're looking to put the grant application through. Is the business name, is the business location in the business's Australian Business Register record? If so, you can click yes. If it's not, we click no. And this is where you can upload your verification documents. So it's an ASIC company statement or an accountant's letter confirming the business has changed to a Queensland main business address. So again, it's just a simple choose your file. Should already have this saved onto your computer, and click attach, and it will attach there for you. If you are registered up with the Australian Business Register, then you won't need to do that step. Here we put in our address, so you find your address, and we just need to make sure that we're pinpointing the address in the right location. So when you grab it, you can just drag it, just confirming, yep, so that's the right location. Oh, I guess it was where it was right first. But you can always just move it around if you don't think it's in the right place. Postal address is the same. The business's phone number and the primary email address. Primary, so your website address. Now, as you can see, this one doesn't have an asterisk. So if you don't have a website yet, and that is the service that you're looking to get funding for, then you can just leave that one blank. Then we fill in the contact details. The position of the person that's doing the application. Best phone number. Best email address. And then you can fill in your bank account details. So you just find those and put them what are relevant to your account. So this is very important that you get your bank account details right, because this is where they will automatically credit the funds into for your project once it's approved. So double check those details. All right, so here is your sector code that you need to put in. The link here will help you if you haven't already got that. And here you can just browse it as well. By knowing what sort of service you're in makes it easier. So we're in the advertising businesses for ours. If you need to know the full details, you can click on this link. Then identify if any of your businesses are in the following sectors. If they are, obviously click them. So how long has your business been trading for? So you put that in years. How many employees by head count does the business have? So head count does not include directors, so you just go in and add your head count there. Now we're coming down to the description section, so about your business. This is the area that I said if you have time on the weekend is to get this prepared so that you can add it. So the limit here is 100 words or more. So we're looking to describe your business, including the products or services it provides and your target market. So make sure that when you're answering it, you are including the products or services and your target market. So make sure that you're covering off all of those points there in your answer. Now you don't actually need to hit the 100 words. If you can say it concisely, then that's all they will need. So I have pre-done that, so you can copy and paste it or you can type it in yourself as you go. The next thing is the financial details expected for the current financial year. So that's this financial year, 2020, 2021. So making sure that that's 300,000 or less. So let's say we do 275,000. The expected gross profit. So that is your turnover less all of the costs that you have to run the business. So what you're left with at the end. So let's just say it's 100,000. Going on to the diversity questions. So is the business 50% or more owned by Aboriginal or Torres Strait Islander people? So answer that as applicable. And then indicate whether your business is identified as any of the following groups. If they are, again, tick that. If not, none of the above. Just going back up to the diversity question, if you do click yes, then you will have the next two further questions to answer, just clicking whether you're under the Supply Nation or the Black Business Finder. Here we can give our grant a title just for easy reference. Again, no more than 15 words. So I'm just putting one in here as though we're going for our website build for our grant. Just so that it reminds you of what it's about. So just remembering that here you're acknowledging that the grant will, your activities from the grant will start within 1 month of entering the agreement, will be completed within 4 months. You will not pay for the grant prior to entering into any agreement, so you can't pay for a supplier prior to the application and then try and claim the grant for that, and that the grant funded activity will be delivered as per the agreement. So on all quotes that we supply has these clauses in there about within 1 month start and completed within 4 months for you. So you just need to acknowledge that. Then you need to choose the area that best suits you. So the most predominant area. If you've got a couple of services, choose just one. So we'll just go website builds. And then so a short description of the grant funded activity. So again, this is a limit of 200 words. We don't have to hit 200 to get it across. It just allows you to put that in there if that's how many words you need. So again, I've completed this prior to the application. So we just add that in there. The next section is how will the grant funded activity enhance the core skills of the business and make it more competitive? So the key thing to these questions is making sure that we are actually identifying and addressing what the question is being asked. So what is the funded activity? Make sure it's in line with the section that you've picked out up here, and how it's going to enhance your core skills and make you more competitive. So making sure that you're using those words within your reply as well. Now it's coming down to expected outcomes for the next 6 months. So what are we predicting that your revenue, your gross profit and your employees are going to be? So again, we can just add in an amount here that we might think. So let's take that up to 320,000. Sorry, it's the amount above what you declared before. So let's say it's going to go up by 45,000 in the 6 month period. So remember here it's 6 months expected growth and the expected amount above what you were earning before. So, and then the expected amount of increased gross profit. So that's 15,000. How many new head counts of employees? So that doesn't mean it has to be a full-timer, it's just how many more people you're going to employ. So we put 1 there. The next question is, how will the grant funded activity assist your business to grow revenue, profit, and create jobs? So again, making sure that you're answering all of those questions in your response and that it's under the 200 word count. So it will actually tell you here how many words you have. Once you've completed that, you can hit the next page. Here is where we have the supplier details. So it's an upfront fixed grant of 5,000, remember, so all quotes must equal 5,000 or more. Anything under 5,000, that's exclusive of GST, will not actually fit the criteria. So you can have an invoice for 7,000, the grant will cover 5,000 and you will cover the shortfall. You must have a maximum of 2 suppliers invoices, so that's if you're using 2 different services. So within the quotes that are supplied, it needs to have the supplier's name, additional information, the quote amount, and then the attachment. So in here, we'll just say, for argument's sake, it's Digital Surfer. words about what the quote's actually for. So website rebuild to enhance e-commerce and booking functionality. So your written answers will have expanded on that further. Then in here we put 5,000 as a minimum, so we exclude GST. Then we go into the save files as well, so click on the quote that has been sent to you from 1 or 2 suppliers and attach it there. So the total supplier amount here is 5,000. Okay, so once you have uploaded your you put in your 5,000, upload your quote, it will automatically update down here for you. And as I said, if there's 2 quotes, they will need to be equaling 5,000 or more. So once you've done that, we hit on the next page. And then we're just certifying that everything to the best of your knowledge has been supplied and is true and correct, that all matters that would affect the funding allocation decision have been disclosed, that you're submitting an application does not guarantee that you will receive the grant, and that you've read the terms and conditions and I'm authorised or a delegate to make the declaration on behalf of my organisation. So if you'd agree with those, we can click yes. So just before we submit the application, you need to make sure that everything in there is actually correct. So your descriptions are actually answering the questions that they're asking. You've uploaded all of the correct information needed, because once you do, you can't actually go back and change anything. So we go on to the next page. And it then gives you a preview of everything. So have a read through to make sure that everything that you have answered is actually correct. You've uploaded all of the right documents. So take the time to read through this all the way down to the bottom, and then you hit the submit button. As we're not actually applying for the grant, I won't hit submit there. So just remembering that your application has not been accepted until you get the email confirmation. So if you have not received the email confirmation within 24 to 48 hours, it's best to get onto the hotline to get some assistance with that. Hope this has been of assistance for you today.